Could you please share your name, pronouns, and a description of your professional background?
My name is Scott Cloutier. My pronouns are he, him. And from a professional background perspective, I have worked in the high tech and marketing industries for the last 12 years. I came to SNHU 3.5, 4 years ago and joined the MarTech team and manage marketing automation and our Salesforce Marketing Cloud instance.
So, what degrees did you earn from SNHU?
The degrees I earned from SNHU, I got my bachelor's in business in 2011, and then a year later in 2012, I got my master's of science in marketing.
So, what made you decide to earn your degrees from SNHU?
What made me decide to earn my degrees from SNHU is really just like the family atmosphere and the culture that I felt when I joined campus. I remember doing my first campus tour back in, gosh, 2008. And it was the first college tour that I had done where I actually felt like fully connected. And I met a couple other tour guides that were also in the queer community. But unbeknownst to me when I actually met them. And that really just made me feel right at home.
So, what were some of the most beneficial courses or learning experiences you had at SNHU?
I would have to say the most beneficial learning experiences that I had at SNHU are really the whole program that I was in for the bachelor's degree. I was in the 3-year honors program. It was a competency based program where we didn't actually have to sit in a public speaking class, for example, but we used public speaking in all of our courses. So that competency was through all of our courses instead of sitting in the class. And so I think that really put me ahead of the game of a lot of others. And being in that honors program let me, kind of focus in on a lot of those competencies to build that I need in business today.
So, what were your goals in earning your degrees?
My goals for earning my degrees, I think back then my goals were really just to become a CEO or a CMO. Now that I think about it, I think my goal is to just, put myself ahead in any career perspective and gain a lot of knowledge that I just didn't have. And I think that that was the best part about the best of both worlds with the competency-based program and coming to a university was really ingraining myself in the business world and learning from real world experience and having those business cases that we worked on. Um, that was really what kind of, yeah, shot me ahead. And that was I think I completed my goal. I did by being able to be successful in my career.
So, could you talk a little bit more about the work that you do today?
A little bit more about the work that I do today. Is My day job is right here at Southern New Hampshire University. I sit on the MarTech team, which is part of our digital marketing team, and I help to manage all of our marketing automation systems. So really, that uh, connects all of our website, landing pages, email marketing, text messaging, all kinds of different ways that we communicate with students, and making sure that communication experience with the students is good and excellent. And then on the side, I actually run a volunteer-based organization called Manchester True Collaborative, which is a brand new nonprofit in Manchester, and we just opened New Hampshire's first LGBTQIA plus center uh, right downtown. And that just opened on April 6th.
Could you tell me a little bit more about Manchester True Collaborative and how you first got involved?
Yeah, so Manchester True Collaborative is a new nonprofit. We originally had just run the Pride Festival here in downtown Manchester, and last year we were given the opportunity to get a pretty sizable anonymous donation that allowed us to look kind of more visionary and say, hey, the community needs something more than just having a once a year Pride Festival. Clearly we have quite a large queer community in the city, and so we together as a team. I've got 12 board members that work with me as well, all volunteer too. And we just put our heads together and through blood, sweat, and tears decided that, hey, let's take some of this funding and put it into an actual center. New Hampshire has a lot of resources for LGBTQIA plus people. Unfortunately, I think there's just a lot of disparity and sort of disconnectedness in how people access those. And so that was really what our focus was, is to create an organization that would help not only bring the queer community together and have events, but also to figure out ways to collaborate and connect with all those other organizations and people and companies that help the queer community in the city. So we're hopeful that we'll continue to grow, but it's been a huge success so far.
That's awesome. So how did your time at SNHU help you prepare for the work you do now, both your day job and with your work with Manchester True Collaborative? Sorry.
Yeah, my time at SNHU has been just incredible, and it really has helped prepare me for not just my career, but also managing nonprofit and kind of stepping into a more visionary role and and a leadership position. I think being in the honors program and having that competency-based learning model allowed me to really step outside of the normal day to day taking classes and focus in on like the strategic kind of positions of business and really that sort of like high level planning side of things that I think we don't always see in every single business school. And then the other piece of it is also just the ability to get in front of people and present and some of the competencies that I think were most important that I developed were those critical competencies of being able to public speak and, um, you know, get into conversations with people and sort of not just lead the conversation, but understand all sides of the business world. I think the best part for me is that I've always been a pretty technical person. Maybe some could call me a nerd or something, but um, being a technical person, you also have to have conversations with people within the business. So being able to have both of those sides of things is the business conversation and the technical side has been a super successful part of my role.